Hello everyone. I am Yukti, a trainer, OET trainer with Khaira Education. And today I am thrilled to announce that I have with me Dr. Yogesh, who has recently passed OET with B grade in all four modules. So, many congratulations to you, Doctor. How do you feel
Thank,
about the results?
thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for everything. Actually, you are the one who helped me for writing and listening all the time when I was stressed. Like, Yukti, ma'am, please help me. And I remember I took writing very like lightly. Like writing is easy because I did prepare started my preparation with the writing only. So it was like it's not hard, but it's hard when you have to do four section at all. Like you have to get all four section balanced every day. It was just one day writing is not going good, one day listening is not going good, and other day speaking and reading will not be. But after all, I balanced it.
Yes, I'm sure you balanced it really well. I do remember you used to tell me that you're managing your hospitals side by side your OET preparation. So what was the most difficult thing during this OET preparation for you, and how did you overcome that challenge?
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, what happened was like in here in China, here I'm studying in Nanjing Medical University. Earlier in the beginning of actually, I started my preparation in the holidays time. I skipped to go back to home. I thought of just start preparing for OET.
Okay.
So what happened is well, like that was my holiday time. So I was preparing whole time for OET only. But when the classes started in the earlier, they give me leave for some time. But after they was like very strict. If you
Oh.
don't come, you have to skip 1 year. Then I was like, oh, that's so hard. Then certainly hospitals were there because I'm in final year. So I had to I had to like then what I did like alternate days, but I didn't skip OET. Like in the evening I'm studying, but I was just doing mock test or maybe just listening to podcast and reading some articles
Hmm.
and watching some of just attending a skills class. That's what I did like. But I did like maybe 22 of listening test and writing maybe more than 20 letters. Overall, whatever possible, I just wrote it like how much I could have find, how much the care education could have given me. All I tried to like finish all them.
That's
Yes, ma'am.
amazing that you balanced things well, and then you utilized all the resources that your trainers were sharing with you. Of course, the trainers are here to assist you, but at the end, it's
Yes.
all your hard work, how you're using those resources to your benefit. And I'm sure you did a pretty well job. The results are quite evident. Doctor, I also want to ask from you that how exactly did training with Khaira Education help help you with getting the desired grades?
Actually, ma'am, when I started my preparation, I remember those. I actually started with a sad story. I don't want to tell that, but it was like a failure of me. I never failed the exam, but the surgery exam, it was like with 1 marks I failed and I lost my whole scholarship also. And
Oh.
so that was the starting of this journey. I was planning to go back to India, but then I decided I will go to UK only. I don't want to go to India because I couldn't take FMG in my this attempt. So I decided to go in a different way because I didn't want to be a failure student. I just thought of a different journey. So I started it by myself. I remember the date, January 10, I started OET. I started by watching some YouTube videos, and
Hmm.
I started by writing only. So what happened after some days, I did it. The same problem was happening, like balancing one day writing, doing listening. So I was like, it's not about the overall score. It's about you have to get in every section B.
Right.
So I started then after maybe 25 days, I was already getting good score in listening. So I started researching online on Google. So I saw Khaira Education very good score. I remember I watched one of Sanya ma'am's video like for reading, and that really worked for me, my for my reading. So then I decided why not Khaira Education. Then I texted and then I got a call from Kajal ma'am. and she was
Okay.
very helpful. I told her everything like that. I'm studying internationally, and economically, I'm
Hmm.
not from a very strong background. So I'm from a village, and I'm the first one doctor in my village,
Oh,
and
that,
who is studying abroad only.
wow,
So
that's
so
amazing.
that's what I told Kajal ma'am. Then she actually helped us. So for future students, I would say like Khaira Education can help you in all the way possible. She really helped me. So like I'm thankful to her always. Like I'll be. So then I joined Khaira Education. It was my February 1st. February 1st. My first class was with Rashmi ma'am. Then she introduced me with all the sections: reading, writing, listening. One thing was problem for me. Like I was like that, I know it, but you
Hmm.
have to control yourself. uh, that you have to be like you don't know anything. If you want to learn, like you have to imitate, like you have to control yourself. Like you don't say that you know it. You have to be like in Hindi we say that the cup, if the cup is already full, then what you will fill it
Right, I
fill into.
agree.
So that's what I try to control all the time. That I was like, ma'am, I don't know, but have to go out of that zone, that this is English, it's easy. There are a lot of videos on YouTube, 10 days preparation, 5 days. That will work only for only 10% people only.
Hmm.
I'm damn sure. I myself talk like, oh, it is halwa, simple. But it's not actually. I can
Consistency
remember
is the
my
key.
exam day. The okay, I did speaking well, and I got a good 400 above. I don't remember exactly,
Yes,
410
yes,
or
you
something.
have.
So for speaking, even the day after exam, you remember I texted you, ma'am, speaking happened. Like I don't know what will
Yeah.
happen, because my interlocutor was a little angry with me because of the my room arrangement. But after all, she did well. Like I tried chunking, checking. My trainer was Sudeshna ma'am, and she's a very strict teacher. Like that's like really in a good way strict. Like it's not
Yeah,
bad
I,
way. Like I chose particularly her. I texted Anna ma'am that always I need Sudeshna ma'am as my trainer, because she never. I was like in a goal to one day Sudeshna ma'am say that you did a very good role play card. In Hindi we say like stubbornness. Like I want that Sudeshna ma'am to say that one day.
did
I
you
was
get it
like doing
finally
that.
before your exam?
Yeah, ma'am. But I tried to record that. Then Sudeshna ma'am was like, "No, you cannot record that." I'm like, okay, I respect.
That's
Day before my exam, like 2 days before my exam, was the last role play card with her. I don't know. I just forgot to put a recording on that day. But she was like wonderful, and they were like, "Oh my God!" They
you
were like
finally
passing more
got
than
it.
passing. Like, finally, I got that thing. Every day, like my best, I do my best in speaking, and she was like that. She will find one clue, like you didn't do that in the background. It was written that patient is concerned, so you didn't say that. So
Right.
that was like a very good thing to like every day.
Hmm.
Everyone is there to support you. Every teacher is best. Like Sanya ma'am is like, you remember I told like Sanya ma'am God for the reading.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
I
for,
remember
for
that.
listening. Actually, I did not follow Bhumika ma'am very well. I think if I had followed her from the beginning, I should have got more better score. But
Hmm.
truly, the thing is that I was already getting good score with my method, so it was better for me to stick to those methods. But really, those methods the ma'am was telling was really good.
Hmm.
Like they will make sure that you get the good score. But I had already practiced a lot with my methods, so for me, I made a decision that I will stick to my methods, because I'm also getting good score with them. So
Hmm. I
for
understand.
writing,
Yeah.
I followed your criteria, and there is one teacher from which I started from YouTube actually. Like Steve sir from, I don't know, he's from OET online, but the grammar I started from the. But after all, I skipped everything from YouTube. Like then I was like, I have to blindly follow one. Then I was like, Khaira Education is the only one. Like if I have any doubt, then I was like texting Yukti ma'am for grammar. Like Rashmi ma'am was teaching grammar, and there were other teachers also. Like everybody is best in their field.
Thank you
That's
so
like most
much.
important. Like for a person to prepare, because it's a very expensive exam. For me, they deducted 35,000. Now, like for everybody, they're deducting 32,000. For me, they deducted 35,000. I don't know,
Okay.
maybe CBT or in China, in whole China. I'm living in Nanjing. They were saying that you are the only student in the Nanjing in the first in the whole year. That make me more scared. Like what?
Oh, really? I
Yes, on the
think
day of
we can
exam, you
share
remember
that.
I called you. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
my exam was 12 to 3. See,
Yeah,
I went to like 30, 1 hour earlier. Definitely, we have to go 1 hour earlier. It's
right.
like, okay, you start your exam. Like, no, my exam is on 12 to 3. It's like, no, it doesn't matter because you are the only one today. So it's
Oh,
no should the date should be like the same only. I'm like,
okay.
yes. That's why I was calling you, like, ma'am, should I start or will it create an issue?
Okay.
So
But yeah, it was early morning here in India. So, but then
yeah, yeah,
probably when I replied, you had already started your exam. But
yeah,
as,
yeah. I will.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Go ahead.
started my exam. When I started the listening, before listening, I was like confused. Listening part A was like, oh my God. I skipped two questions.
Oh,
Like two questions were like, I don't like the feeling the start with the part A. First two questions skipped. Then I was like, oh my God, what is happened? And then I was like crying. I should have listened to Bhumika ma'am. I was like that. But then I decided to like I have to believe in myself. I just skipped two, and I don't know. Usually it doesn't happen in the OET question, but in my paper, the answer to I missed in the first attempt. It was related to the like other part of the conversation. So
okay.
I was able to fill them with my like educational guess.
Yeah, that's right.
So then I just kept on going like whatever it goes, I will try my best. That's all.
I hope it stays
That
the
was
same with your life also. Just keep going higher and higher. And these are very good lessons that while preparing OET, a lot of things that you've learned. So one thing you learned is that you have to unlearn a few things in order to learn something new.
yes,
I
ma'am.
mean,
That's really important.
consistency is the key that I think for future OET candidates that can also be very helpful. Another
Yes, ma'am.
incredible thing is that when you failed in a certain thing, you did not consider it to be a setback. You took it very positively and you worked on
Yes.
something else. So maybe this was the God's plan for you. And
Yeah, actually, my plan was to work in India, but now I am damn sure that I'm not taking any Indian exam. I'm just one way. This
hmm,
one way, just I decided like my plan is to go to work in UK. So it's only one way. Now even my seniors say me that you should keep your future safe, take Indian exam. No, no senior. I'm like seniors. I understand that you all are taking FMG, and here in my university at least I'm the first like who is starting. Now everybody is asking like, how did you do that? Where did you go to this idea? Like yeah, but it was like a failure. I will say it is the best failure of my life. Like a new journey has started.
yeah, I'm sure. And many good advices you have shared with OET future OET candidates. So I'm very happy that our team could help you. I'm glad to hear that the expertise of the trainers
Yes,
helped you attain your score. And then, as I said, your hard work is the main thing. You kept working on your mistakes. I remember the first letter I checked wasn't up to the mark, but then
yeah, you were
slowly,
like
gradually, you
first
worked
on the
on
exam.
all suggestions. You took them so seriously. You worked on them, and I'm very happy. I should say that I'm very proud of your success.
Thank you, ma'am.
Great. So
Okay, ma'am.
that's incredible. Thank you so much for your time, doctor, and sharing your experience with her. And I wish you all the best for all the future plans that you're having. And may
Thank
God
you.
be with you. Thank you so much
Thank you,
for
ma'am.
joining, doctor.
A
And just
special thanks to you three, ma'am.
thank you so much. You're very kind.